Welcome back, everybody, to episode 107 of the Lookout Podcast. I am Meelz, of course. I am A-OK, and I'm here.
Are you?
With JG Okotsu.
Yes.
Who? A-OK? Can we confirm?
A-OK. I am awesome, yes.
Listen, we are here, obviously. Another new episode. It is December, by the way.
Oof. Wow. December 5th as we're doing this one.
December 5th.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to LJ. How about that?
Happy birthday to LJ. Wow. Still a baby. But all the energy in the world. I didn't know how much energy that kid had. I call him a kid. He's not a kid. I didn't know how much energy my dog had until I was like with him. But yeah. It's crazy.
Too much.
Happy birthday. Too much energy.
Some would say too much. Some would. Not I. But some would.
That's my guy right there.
Nonetheless, of course, we are here, of course, with the Lookout. You can follow the Lookout at the Lookout RNC. You can follow us at the Lookout on RNC Radio and anywhere where you listen to podcasts. Boom. Let's get it out of the way.
What's going on? What we gotta get out the way, man?
They're worldly news. This isn't just anime. This affects the entire world at this point.
Just a little bit. I know what you're talking about now.
Of course, if you are not Omicron yet. So, of course, if you have not been paying attention to the news, there's a new strain of COVID out there. Some may call it the Omicron. That's just because that's how
black folk we gotta bring light to something.
How we deal.
That's how we cope
with tragedy, with comedy. Touch. But called the Omicron variant of COVID. And some news dropped earlier this week. It was like, it came to the United States. It was seen in California. I was like, damn, over there? Damn, must be crazy. I know they about to lock themselves back up.
Right.
And then they were like, oh, no, there's another variant that's been found in New York City. And I'm like, in my brain, I was just like, oh, okay. I'm not surprised.
Sure, of course. Yeah, New York. Yeah.
Millions of people, metropolitan area, where some would say the cradle of the COVID in America, the cradle of motherfucking civilization. But in America, because that's kind of where it broke out, and then it did its thing for the pretty much forever. Right. And then it was announced. The most surprising part about this, heard this on, had to be Wednesday or Thursday? One of them damn days.
Yeah,
I would say Thursday. I don't remember. I know, maybe Wednesday. Nonetheless, it was revealed that the person in New York City who caught the Omicron was at Anime NYC.
It debuted at Anime NYC along with a lot of other great things. But this was awful news because we were just there. And Meelz texts me, y'all. He goes, "Who do we know from Minnesota that was?" Yeah, LJ just happens to be from Minnesota. But we're all safe. We're all negative, correct? I think you guys told me you were. Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. It's awful. I'm not trying to obviously joke about it, but. It's just, it was the last thing I was expecting. It was like the last thing I was expecting to see. But I hope everybody's safe. Hope everybody got tested afterwards. If they haven't seen the news, get tested now. Especially all the talent, because the talent were very, very nice and
they're still doing They're still doing other cons.
Yeah, I saw that. I think there's one going on in Texas or something the other day. So, but as long as everybody's being safe and get tested.
Listen. This is, I think everyone, when you talked about Anime NYC, Jubilant Weekend, it was like cons are back. When they did the report, there were like about 53,000 people were there, and I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. I look right. Yeah, you couldn't find a person.
But I didn't really see anybody hanging around without their mask and whatnot, and you did have to be vaccinated to get in, but still, obviously this was brought from somewhere else. So,
and we didn't eat anywhere where when we had to eat, we secluded ourselves away from people. We either ate in the press room or we ate in the green room that we weren't supposed to be in,
locked in with other people.
And have to give a shout out to AD, because where would we be without the mask that he sent that weekend to save us from potential tragedy? So you know what? MVP of this episode. I don't
Absolutely.
even do MVPs of this episode.
It's
but
fine,
maybe MVP
that can be something new. Yeah, AD actually looked out in real life for me because we live like 15 minutes apart. But he looked out for me on some personal shit the other day too. So shout out AD for real. Absolutely.
Shout out to AD. Listen, a man of the people, a man who just saves people without thinking of it. A true hero in every sense of the word. Shout out to you. Another bit of news that came out this week. Well, not even news, I guess. Series. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean is officially out on Netflix.
It is. It is. My mother started it.
I haven't seen it.
My mother started it. She's enjoying it. My kid brother loves JoJo, so he's watching it as well. And I'm on episode 7. So yeah, we've had it on.
How much of JoJo have you seen?
This is really like the most I've seen. I've seen the first half of season 1, and maybe some of season 3. But yeah, this is the most JoJo I've ever watched, and I like it.
Do you feel traded or betrayed in some standpoint that you have not watched the other parts to lead into this part?
Not at all, bro. Not at all. Like, you can literally start this shit and like enjoy it. I'm telling you, easily too. Like, it's super fluent. It's funny. It is raunchy, and like, I like it because it's female based too. So it's really nice. I think it's been a pretty big year as far as anime giving a lot of female characters some love, and this is no difference here. So it's dope.
Hey, could it potentially be a late contender of a good anime for this year? Late contender?
I think so. Yeah, I really do think so. I think it's that good. Like I said, I think there's 10 up right now. I'm on episodes. I think I like episode 7. So yeah, it's. I like it. It's hilarious. It's not something my mom, when she first hit me up about it, she texted me about it. I think I dropped it in the group chat.
How did your mom find out about this? Please,
my brother. So my brother's like, he's finding his way, without me being like really aggressive about it, because I haven't pushed him.
Now, when you say finding his way, what do you mean?
Like, he's finding his way throughout the culture of like anime and like manga.
Oh,
like
okay.
That.
I thought it was like manhood.
Nah. He's only 11. But like Scholastic, like those Scholastic books and all that shit still, it's going on still. Like, they still do that type of stuff. So
I know.
He just started asking for. Well, I know. Yeah, you have little ones next to you too. But like, he's now asking for like manga and whatnot. But he's really into JoJo. So him and his friends, my mom said they got home from school. He went in his room and closed the door, and him and his friends were like, "Are you ready?" And they were in there watching. My mom walked in. She said every time she came in, he paused it.
Of course.
So she texted me and was like, "What is this?" And then I was like, I told her, I was like, "Check it out. It's good." She was like, "Should he be watching it?" I was like, "Not really."
Check it out.
Like, she was like, "Should he be watching?" I was like, "Not really." Like, she's like, "Is there any sex?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Is there nudity?" I was like, "Partially." And I was like, "Is there cussing?" I was like, "Yeah," but I was like, "You'd be a hypocrite not to let him watch it after everything you let me do." And she was like, "Okay, whatever." So there you go. My brother has no idea.
I'm very interested.
I freed him.
I'm tapped in.
I freed him. No, you should check it out though, for real. It's interesting. It's dope.
Oh my god, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Listen, that's pretty cool. Actually, that might be a better summary than the actual summary of the series in terms of who should be watching this and how.
For real, it's a lot of cussing, bro. Like,
it's a family affair, nonetheless. Apparently,
yeah. It's cool. My mom bought me San Andreas. Like, there's not much she can really say.
Well, those are the times, man. Listen, times are different.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Times are different. You were homesick from school. Jerry Springer. You was watching all types.
I want to get to the point, Meelz, where like I can bring my brother on the show, because I called him and I was like, "Yo, how you feeling about Like, he's like, "Oh yeah." He kept it really short. Like, me and my brother are very like, we're obviously like 20 years apart, so it's different. But he knows what he's talking about, man. So it was nice.
Okay, listen, 2022, maybe. When does he turn 12?
He'll be 12 in May.
Maybe when he turns 12.
Yeah,
maybe when
we'll see what we can do. I don't want to embarrass him. I'll make sure he's right.
Nah, come on, us.
I know, right?
Embarrass him? No way.
I'll press his ass on here too. Oh man, what else we got going on, man?
Let's see. Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man. Yeah, I thought we all were expecting it in October.
Still no anime, but apparently the Mappa, whatever, the sweatshops aren't working fast enough. Mm-hmm. That's a joke. That's not indicative of how Mappa treats its actual customers.
They could be very happy right now. We don't know. Although they're finishing Jujutsu Zero, so I'm sure they're stressed out right
now. But still, still no word of the anime as of right now. However, it has been announced that Part 2, Chainsaw Man, 2022. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that? If you had a prediction for Part 2 of this series, granted, we haven't even seen Part 1 yet visually, but we know everything what happens. If you had an idea of what you would want Part 2 to be, what would you want it to be?
You whack, you twisted, your girl's a whoa.
Oh wow. Okay. Jesus Christ.
And
so I'm gonna believe that. I'm gonna believe that again because you were just flagrant.
What do you want me to do, bruh? Look,
maybe just say I want a coming of age. Maybe I want a time skip, something along those lines. Maybe I want a more villains, something vague, but still, yes, you can draw to it. But no, actually, not spoilers.
Do the do like the Hot 97 like censor where it goes lip and like that. You know, don't just
I will not do that.
I want back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Why? Just read Chainsaw Man, guys. Censor. Read it. Just read it.
Read it. All right, big eyes. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Listen, we're the watching show. You gotta watch it first. That's us. That's our lane. If it's not visual, I don't know. I was trying to figure out a word that rhymed with visual. But yeah, nonetheless, Chainsaw Man Part 2. In 2020. Personal things in my own life. I finished Naruto.
I saw that. I saw your tweet about it. That's good, man. Now you never have to approach it again. That's good, man. I mean, do you need to watch it again? Do you?
One day
unless we talk about it. Yeah, of course. I meant like in your spare time, Nikki. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you ever gonna be like, okay, let me turn this back on, or are you just gonna wait till we talk about it?
Nah, it's not really something. If it was part of my childhood, probably. If I wanted that nostalgia kick, but I can't have nostalgia in my 30s. Like, I can't. Maybe in my 60s, I would say maybe I need to watch Naruto again. But
that'd be hard.
If I'm 60 and still watching Naruto, God bless me, man.
You'll still be watching One Piece, at least. That's what I'm watching right now.
One Piece is the next adventure that I got. It's the next thing. I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be, be attainable, but what I did with Naruto, especially Shippuden, is I bounced between the manga and the anime
that's what you're telling
continuously. So what I was doing was I would read until it got really, really interesting and maybe visually engaging, and then I would jump to the anime and watch. And then when it got boring again, I would go back and start reading. Yeah. And then when it got overcomplicated and overpowered, I would just continue reading because I was like, no, I'm not trying to watch.
That's probably the best way to get through it.
Yeah, because I think, with anime, they do a lot of stuff where they interject a lot of like scenes from before, especially Naruto. Oh my God. I don't know how you people lived through this as a kid when they throw filler in so flagrantly between important parts of the show. It's more
remember this.
The one, yeah. But no, it's not even remember this. It's like, all right, let's take 18 episodes to explain this one thing in the middle of this fight. And you go back in time and you're telling all things, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not really. Nah, I got the gist of it. Let's go. Like, I remember watching Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid during the second season. What's it called? World Tournament. Something.
World Tournament.
Nah, you know what it is. Shit, it was Merrick versus Yugi in the finals of the
Battle Tournament, Battle City Tournament,
Battle City Tournament. There you go. Yeah, just plopped in a whole Noah's Ark thing in the middle of the fucking show. I was not happy about that because I was like, when is this over? I want to watch how this ends. I think Ma had gotten killed or it was about to be murdered or something along those lines, and I just wanted to see how it was going to end. Maybe one day we should do that.
Bro, like Yu-Gi-Oh is always going to be something that we can sit on and like just talk about hardcore,
the crazy thing is there's so much fire new anime that we have to discuss, and which we are discussing on this episode because we are touching on the new Demon Slayer in a couple minutes. There's so much fire new anime that it creates this thing where it's like, damn, we can't really go back and talk about old anime from time to time because we're still caught up in this new anime, which is fire, that we don't want to miss, and we want everyone to watch and stuff like that. Like
it's like if we take one season to talk about something old, we miss so much.
Yeah, pretty much. So we're gonna have to figure out a way around it somehow, especially for 2022, because there are definitely some old, like Yu Yu Hakusho we still haven't tackled. Other parts of Yu-Gi-Oh, other parts of Hunter x Hunter, just classics on classics and classic. I would like, as much as we've gone through Dragon Ball Z, I would love to go through some more of Dragon Ball. I'm
in on that. I'm in on that. That would be great.
Especially with the new movie coming out. I don't know. There's so many things I want to do. We haven't talked about Jujutsu Kaisen like in full in terms of like how it ended, how the series is gone.
Sure.
Everything with the rather Dr. Stone we haven't talked about, but we both watch it.
There's a lot. There's some stuff out there, bro. That just needs to be discussed and touched on, dude. Platinum Men will be over then. I mean, there's still so many other stuff just going on that we'll be able to touch, but. Right now, man, it's a lot of popular shit.
It's popping right now.
Demon Slayer's back. Finally.
It's back. Listen, we're gonna go through. Listen, let me not
really bad.
Yeah, let's not even bury the lead anymore. So, thank you guys for tuning in thus far. Up next, we're gonna go through Demon Slayer. I'm about to say Digimon Ghost Game. We're going to I haven't watched it since we talked about it.
Jesus Christ. You know what? Me neither. We'll get to it, guys, I promise.
Demon Slayer Kimetsu No Yaiba Entertainment District arc coming up next. On the lookout.
Don't run away! I'm not done with you, coward! Turn and face me! Don't forget that the Demon Slayer Corps is always fighting you demons in the dead of night, where you have the advantage! We're not like you at all! We don't regenerate as fast, and when we lose a limb, it's gone for good! Don't run away, you bastard! You're a coward! A coward! Mr. Rengoku is stronger than you'll ever hope to be! Much stronger! You didn't win against him! He kept everyone safe! He fought to the very end, so no one would die! You're the one who lost! Rengoku is the true victor!
We are back. Demon Slayer is back.
Mm-hmm. It's been back, but it's really back now, right?
It's really... That was a cash grab, we're back.
Good.
That was a soft, we're back. That was like... we're building towards this... Meelz was right. We're definitely going to have to put this in the show. How did we think anybody else was going to get past this? We're that kind of right. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, let's talk about the world a little bit when Demon Slayer last aired, because when we first watching the series, it was September 2019.
Things were looking great.
September. That was when it ended. I think that's actually when it ended. But 2019 is when Demon Slayer came out, and I think it was a little bit of a slow burning series until that one pivotal moment, which really shook the game up. Episode 19 of the series.
Yeah, I feel like before 19, which some people would say that's really late in the season. I'm not saying Demon Slayer wasn't really good leading up to that point. It was still very beautiful. I think people knew what they had, but 19 was like one of the best anime episodes that we've seen in like some time, like period, across all anime. And it was a life-changing moment for the series. And that's when we really just was like, okay, this is legit. Like there's something really, really here. There was all this foundation leading up to that, but that was the one.
It was a breakthrough moment that essentially kind of put the stamp on the series just in general. The moment went viral. It's very hard for a series that currently doesn't have really any true backstory. Like we watched Dragon Ball Z with the Tournament of Power, and those moments would break the internet. We watch Attack on Titan, which has years and years of like weight to it and story and investment with a lot of people. It's very rare for an anime in its first season to break the internet, and I can only think of two, which is Demon Slayer right now and probably Jujutsu Kaisen.
Sure. Yeah.
Which, you know, as we looked at, you listen to the last episode of the Big Eyes podcast, has had profound effects on the sales of its manga because of the impact of this anime. And I think from that 2019, the movie was announced shortly after the season ended. But as the season ended, manga sales continued to grow and it continued to grow. And then once the movie premiered in October 2020, it was a wrap.
Over. Yeah, it was over.
It was over.
Yeah, it was like phenomenal. I was like, Get Rich or Die Trying. Like, shit just came out, dude, and everybody's like, "Whoa, Wankster, yes, in the club, yes, 21 Questions, yes." Oh my God, this is it. Like, give me more. And Demon Slayer was like that shit. I mean, I know we were just talking about it. Like, people had to get tired of us. That shit was gorgeous.
It was like. It's like when an artist drops their first album and you're like, well, when's the second coming out? Like, when's the sophomore thing gonna drop? Yeah. When is the new? Has that ever happened to you with an artist? It was like, yo, the first album dropping, you're like, yo, when the fuck are they coming back?
Yeah, I was that way with like Drake. Actually, you know.
I don't know how, because Drake is always around, but also Demon Slayer has also been around as well, because you can fairly read the manga's finished, so that's another. It can be either a hindrance or major help that the fact that you have the entire series just kind of laid out in your hands. And I honestly think, if I had to predict some stuff, I think with the series kind of already ending, I think the anime is going to travel some different places, and we're going to get some more exclusive content to elongate this series, if I had to guess.
There's no, and I would be absolutely down for that. Also, for anybody wondering, like Meelz said, the Demon Slayer manga is complete, and the box set is out officially. It's $199. It's out there. It's $200. So if you're looking for it, you just want to complete it all at once. It's a little bit of a discount if you buy it this way, but yeah, it's out there.
Someone needs to sponsor us so we can get you guys some discount codes. So we'd be like, yo, 20% off. Just use the term code Lookout. But, you know, one day.
Put in the universe.
We got to. With that said, I mean, it's continued to grow. The movie is currently the number one movie in Japan. It's currently still one of the highest grossing movies.
For a few more weeks.
Yeah. Oh, for a few more weeks until when? Spider-Man?
Nah, Jujutsu Zero.
Oh. All right, good luck. But I would be interested to see how that movie does. I mean, considering the boom of anime, if this can continue to, if the impact of this can continue to flow over into that, and this becomes also a major selling movie.
I got some news on the pre-order tickets, man.
You got the pre-order tickets?
Just wait for it, man.
Are you on your way there?
I'm on my way to Japan right after the show, bro.
December 24th, A Christmas in Japan. But with that said, yeah, I mean, it's just broken so many records at this point, and it has managed to stay within the consciousness for the last year between the US release and then the DVD release and then manga releases and so much other stuff like that. We got the series itself. The series premiered earlier in October or something along those lines, revisiting the movie. So you have those first 7 episodes revisiting the movie. Now, I want to point out something interesting that they did as we enter this Entertainment District arc. Because Funimation has this listed. It's not under season 2.
Yeah.
It's under Entertainment District arc.
I saw that.
Now, I want to ask you this question. Do you feel like this is a cool way to present anime as opposed to in seasons, as to promote them just in arcs as well? And would you take an anime series just going arc by arc instead of season by season?
Maybe my answer will shock you a little bit. I actually like the arc setup. And I say this because I was one of the kids, and I think you were too, back in the day when we were looking up like Dragon Ball things, Dragon Ball Z stuff on the internet.
Sagas.
We went off sagas. You know, I wasn't saying season 2. I was saying Frieza Saga or Android Saga. I actually think it's better that way. Also, it brings a little bit more of you get a little bit more of like a visual aspect of what you're about to get into when you call it by what the arc is called, not just season 2, season 3. I can get caught up on weird stuff. I couldn't tell you what season 5 of Dragon Ball Z is. I don't even know. You know,
No,
like
I don't know either.
you feel me? Like I can't go based off that. I will go based off the saga. So it's cool. I did notice that. It tripped me out a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's different.
It makes me wonder if we're going to get any more past this actual arc in this show itself, because thus far the only thing that's been confirmed is the Entertainment District arc, which is fine. I mean, as the Entertainment District arc goes in, I'm assuming 3 episodes before it ends, if there is going to be another arc, there would certainly be an announcement for it. But the arc after this isn't that like engaging. I think it's just really training. I think it is.
You know,
I could be wrong.
I'm not sure how they'll go about like.
But it's pretty long too, I think, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, how long did it take us to get to this point, excluding the movie?
It took us 2 years to get this.
2 years. So like, we're talking about an arc, which I think you're right. It's longer than this.
It's definitely longer than this,
and it is like this training coming to age thing too. So I don't know how they're going to necessarily present it. If they present it, I know obviously, you know, everyone assumes that things that are successful are going to continue to get, you know, pushed for an additional season or additional arc in this with Demon Slayer. But I don't know. It'd be tough, huh?
Listen, I'm assuming they're just going to tell us like, yo, we gave you guys the first half and the second half. That's the second season, baby. Good luck with the rest of this stuff. But no, I mean, I thought it was a very interesting and kind of creative way to present it, and I wonder if more anime will do that as well. Considering, I guess, the popularity of it, you maybe want to slow down things. Like if the Promised Neverland had gone in this direction, and instead of deciding season 2 was going to be a bunch of stuff put together, season 2 was just going to focus on one type of thing, maybe. Actually, I don't know about the creative.
No, I think we will see it how you're saying it, bro. I think when Jujutsu goes into their second season, I think they'll probably cut it off as if, like, you know, the zero, whatever arc they're gonna call it, and then they'll cut into whatever's next.
Because the Shibuya incident is long as AF.
Shibuya is it's long as fuck. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, it is definitely long AF. So, it'll be interesting to see how they go there, but I did like that little tidbit. Now, as we started, this is the first new Demon Slayer content in over 2 years. So the fandom, the appetite is very large to see what's going on here. True. And listen, the first thing you have to say is, you'd say with all the rest of Demon Slayer, visually is just wow.
They didn't miss a mark. I mean, I like the episode does start off with the final ending of the movie. Like the first, like, you know, I like a full hour. You know, like I like how they've been promoting how the episode's a full hour, and really
it felt like a little bit of a movie. Still,
it did, didn't it? You know, the first 10 minutes is still the end of the movie. That's fine, but they add a little tidbits. You know, I actually loved how it led into the ending of, you know, Rengoku's death, and then Tanjiro having to go meet Rengoku's parent or his family and trying to relay the message, although the message was sent, and that moment between him and Rengoku's father, great.
Listen, so much stuff has happened, so much has kind of gone on in the interim between these 2 episodes arc. It's nice to see it kind of come back into this world. Like you said, we kick off with pretty much the ending of the movie, and then we go over to, actually before we actually go over to their houses, we revisit the man of the hour, who is now a boy of the hour, Muzan.
I was watching that shit. Well, look, I know what happens, but like in general, it's so cute. You know, like
you're like Tom Holland in Spider-Man. You spoil everything, so I need you to use.
I do. I will spoil the fuck out of it. No. Listen.
Please use caution.
He was cute as hell, man. You know, I was like, who's this little cute kid? They're not showing his face. I already knew who it was, but that's what I'm saying out loud to whoever's watching it with me. And you know, like it's nice. It's really cool. I think they do a really good job with like showing things that are evil. As soon as like his veins like came into his face, and I was like, oh shit, they going all out still.
Absolutely. So Muzan ends up showing back up into this series and kind of I think it's like to reset the room type of thing, if I could use a word from Twitter Spaces or Clubhouse or something along those lines. It's saying like, this is my goal. I'm trying to find this blue wisteria, blue spider fly lily. I need to find blue spider lily. Sorry, that's the flower. Trying to find the blue spider lily. Akaza, who is the villain of the last movie who killed Rengoku, is essentially like, yo, I didn't find it, but
I killed one of them niggas.
Did kill one of them, and he's
Muzan was like,
and so like,
did you kill them all?
do I clap when a basketball jumps into a hoop? Demons
Job
killing humans. Yeah.
Demons killing humans.
He said demons killing humans is an afro. It's just something that happens. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. I'm not clapping. You get no applause from me. Go do your job, find a spot, and then he hits him with some heat, by the way. Just a little bit.
Yeah. I don't even know, like he just like shot energy at his ass. His veins popping out, like, throwing up blood and shit. I'm like, God damn, this name Muzan. They make Muzan like, I mean, he's just like the ultimate bad guy. My
favorite part, random. I love random favorite parts. Akaza beating up a sword. This nigga.
Did you like that? He was pissed. Yo, the sword's like, he like just start punching the sword while sitting in the tree, shit shattering. You like that shit?
I was like, you, huh? In my brain, I was like, did this happen in the manga? I don't think it did.
No, I don't remember that shit, bro. But it is a nice way to show like. I'm gonna go deep on this one, man. I think it's nice to show like the demon has some type of emotion on the situation, right? I mean, it's not just. I think he still, because they flash back to Tanjiro saying, "Don't run, you coward," blah 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 blah. It shows that hey, he didn't want to run. You know, the situation just it changed, and he had to get up out of there. He was so frustrated, he just started beating Tanjiro's sword's ass. I never thought I'd say that, but there you
go. We head back to things. Tanjiro meets up with Rengoku's family, his dad, drunk, off some gin or something. That yak. Drinking is like, my son is a loser. I've known this from the beginning. And while his, Rengoku's little brother, it's like you and your little brother. Imagine if you had died and your little brother, just. So
Rengoku's dad ain't have no draws on, by the way. He just sitting there, leg out. Like if he sat down in a chair, Tanjiro would have saw everything. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he'd just be around the house in a robe, beating up his wife and kids. Like that's the vibe. Bad anime, Des. We add another one to the list.
Listen, another one. With that said, he tries to pretty much, Tanjiro stepping in family business. It's like, yo, don't talk to your son that way. He's like, I talk to my son however the fuck I want to talk to my son. And he's like, no, you can. And he tries to headbutt him. And
how'd you feel about that? That was risky business, though. You gotta be careful, man.
Yeah, listen, you always got to be careful. You can't just do things without knowing who you going up against. Like, especially he didn't know he was a former Hashira. He was just like, yo, I does this. I still got some moves. It's like pulling up on the court. It's like, Jamal Crawford, you retired ass. Nah, you still put some buckets on your ass, man. Listen, you still put the hurting on you. So
still get it.
Yeah, relax. Nonetheless, Senjuro, who is Rengoku's little bro, is essentially saying like, yo, take his little sword thing. Take his little sword, his sword guard, little flames on it. The flame, straight up.
Dude, his mom is a copier machine, by the way. Like, what genes do they have? Jesus Christ. They're all the same, right?
Japanese.
The Japanese.
Listen, there's that Japanese genes, baby. But listen, he gives him the thing, and it's like, listen, he would want you to have it. You can have a piece of him as you go on. Learn about sun breathing, which is apparently not fire breathing, but sun breathing is way better than fire breathing. Yeah, so make sure you just do it, and then
How do you feel about Tanjiro refusing to like understand his heritage?
What do you mean?
Like he's always like, when he was going through the book that was given, which I know you're about to get into, because Rengoku's brother gives Tanjiro this book that his father was yelling him about, which led to Tanjiro getting his ass whooped for a little bit to the headbutt. But he was just like, what if? Oh, never mind. No, not that right now. It's like he doesn't want to like understand who his father like was. That nigga. Every time it comes up, he kind of just ignores the action of it. Like he doesn't want to believe it.
It might be scarring. It might be a little bit scarring to revisit all those memories of his dad and his parents and his family and all this other stuff like that. He's like, maybe he's a little bit focused right now, and he's like, listen, I've got to stop Muzan at the end of the day. But shout out to, I forgot his name, the head of the Demon Corps, who was like, Tanjiro said that.
Yeah.
Tanjiro said that. Good eye on that kid.
Like that whippersnapper.
Yeah, one of those. So nonetheless, Tanjiro returns to his thing. His dad, Rengoku's dad, he tries to take another sip, realizes he's out of that yak. Starts crying. Don't know for what reason.
You just said the reason. Yeah, he's out of that yak. That's the reason.
And it's all coming down. It's coming down, and it's hurting inside that I guess his son is really gone and he's crying. Listen, first 25 minutes of this is a lot of crying.
Yeah, which, whatever. It literally bleeds out from the movie, so crying is expected. But I'm gonna be real here. I actually love the moment. I think it's kind of heating up the episode a bit, which is nice, because everything after that you start to really get into like what's going on and what's about to go on. So I thought it was nice. I think it was like the final separation between Rengoku's death and Tanjiro.
Absolutely. And kind of the final separation between we're ending this arc of the show and entering a new one, because Tanjiro returns to the city. He gets chased around by the swordsmith because he lost the sword once again. First he broke his sword and then he lost his sword. So it's like, nah, nigga,
right?
Yo, they don't pay me enough for this thing, man.
You know how difficult it is to make these?
Takes forever. Like, so he chased him around for like hours on end. And then they get back into the house and you get a little bit of training. I like a little quick training arc. Just give me some quick.
We can dig it.
Push-ups, sit-ups,
that's it.
running.
That's all we need to see, bro. This ain't 03 no more.
Months. Yeah. It happened for 4 months. I don't need Snake Way.
No, we do not.
I don't need any of that stuff. Let's do it real quick. Unless Tanjiro hears a cry from Aoi. Ayo.
There
we go.
Yeah.
So the Sound Hashira, Tengen Uzui, a fave.
Tengen, yeah, the flamboyant one. We love him.
Flamboyant one. He's flashy, eccentric. He's
flashy,
flamboyant.
Fingernails painted, diamonds, jewelry, 3 wives. What else do you want, bruh?
Well, we ain't know he has wives yet, but yes, he does have wives. Thanks.
But I had to get one spoiler off. Come on, what you want me to do?
Just one. All right. Well, listen, the wives are in the key visual, so I'm going to give you that.
They are.
I'm going to give you that. Nonetheless, he's about to go on a mission, so he tries to kidnap 2 girls that work for the thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I need girls. I need girls to go on this mission with me. So he tries to kidnap it. Tanjiro steps in, of course, business that is not Tanjiro's own. He going to step in. Listen. Who else tries to step in? What's her face? Quiet girl.
Yeah, she flips a coin to figure out if she wants to step in or not.
Yeah.
I forget her name. Jesus Christ. We just got back, guys.
We just got back. It's, we'll see more of her. Trust me. See how I did that without doing that.
Love it. Okay. Maybe I'll try that route next
time. Tanjiro shows up and he's like, yo, why are you trying to kidnap girls, you creep? Like, that's very unsexy of you.
Nigga, a brute, bro. Can't call me no brute and get away with it, dog.
He tries to headbutt him. Tengen, he's a Hashira, so of course he's quicker than everybody. And he's stronger than everybody. And he was like, yo, I'm a I'm a Shira. How dare you call me other things? And Tanjiro's like, yo, I don't care who you are. Don't start kidnapping people. That's wrong, etc., etc. And then it's like, if you want to take anyone, take me and us. And he's like, who's us? And then a great sequence shows up.
Yeah.
The team, the squad.
The team. Yeah, yeah. I love it, man. That's cool. Great visual.
Tanjiro's there. Zenitsu on the side. Inosuke to the left of me. They just show up. And then they did in formation. And listen, that's our big three right there.
That's the big three.
That's a big three.
Well, we can't forget Nezuko as well. I mean, she'll be there too. But
well, listen, when they fought that other demon, I'm assuming that's an anime exclusive too, because I know that. I know who the fuck.
What the little that? Yeah, I think that was just guy? For some fun.
Okay, had to show Nezuko in the debut. It was like, nah, we gotta.
I really don't remember that though. In the
I don't think it was there. Yeah,
I don't remember. I wonder if this is. I mean, it's not random because we're talking about Demon Slayer.
Oh, it is. It is an extra scene, so it's definitely.
It is? Okay, cool. I wonder if any of our listeners would, with next gen consoles or old consoles for that matter, would like the Demon Slayer game. Just out of curiosity, let us know. Seriously, if you're interested. Good luck.
If you're interested, maybe.
We'll get away, man.
With that, Uzui, he recruits the team. The squad. They're about to go on the mission to the entertainment district.
That's right.
And then we get a fire closing. And
it's like 4 minutes long, bruh.
Oh, like,
it's hard as fuck, bruh. I'm thinking, and look, I'm going to go back to what I said before we started the show. Every promotion, Funimation, Crunchyroll, everybody, an hour-long Demon Slayer episode. And I'm like, this is about to knock. This shit going to be fire. First 10 minutes, still the movie. Last 5 minutes, big-ass outro. But it was fire.
It was fire. I can't even.
They did the damn thing. Yeah.
They did absolutely that. So the entertainment district where demons reside is where we're heading towards after that. And that is where this episode ends. That's where this hour-long, really 45-minute long, really 40-minute long episode ends. And I'm sure they're gonna split it up into two.
You think so? I'm kind of on the same route with you. I feel like they're gonna stretch this shit out to like summer next year.
Oh, I think we're gonna get the entertainment district. They're gonna pause, and then they're going to say like, okay, the next arc begins either in next fall or something along those lines. I'm almost sure, or they make the next arc a movie. Yo, we back.
They're not gonna miss no movie money, so there's definitely gonna be another Demon Slayer movie at some point. I'm almost certain. I feel you.
Oh, what, the sequel? Is this what y'all wanted? Oh, is this? Of course, why not? Can I give you something that was in my head? That's like I'm low key. I'm not. I don't know if it makes me a hater, but we were at Anime NYC safely. By the way, we were there safely. Masked up. The entire time I was there, and I remember the Demon Slayer panel that we wanted to go into, and then I think it was completely filled. Ass to gut.
Yeah. We don't know what happened.
Yeah, but I don't know what happened there. I mean, maybe it's saving grace. Who knows? Because the person who got infected by Omicron, apparently they brought 35 friends, and half of them caught it. I was like, wow, y'all rolled deep. But yes, no, thank God not. However, all I could think about was our first interview with Zeno and him saying, I auditioned for the role of Tanjiro.
Right.
And I'm looking at it now. I promise you.
What are you about to say?
Through our interview with everything, I was just like, "Yo, imagine how this role could have changed this man's life."
This is true.
Like that. This one role. Like I'm looking at I saw the voice actors who are awesome, by the way. The voice actors for the show are just awesome. But imagine if Zeno gets, or anybody that we interviewed, people of color gets this, and imagine how their life changes forever.
Look, and I'm not trying to be like biased, but in no regards. Like Zach does Tanjiro great.
Yes,
I think he's great. Now, my personal thought is Zeno would have absolutely bodied this role. I think he would have been able to embody Tanjiro perfect. He says it's a little different, but you know.
That's why I'm thinking like, yo, like he got to get Yuta. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't have to get Yuta.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. He was tweeting about the Yuta gig, like not tweeting about he did a lot of retweets like 7 months ago, and I noticed and I was like, man, let me, I hit him up. I'm like, yo, I hope you get that shit. I know you want it. Like, like it's got to be something that he's got to be thinking about. I know he told us, he's gonna, if he can audition for it, he's going to. So I hope, but I'd be so happy for him. I'm so happy for him
because I'm also looking at like, so we went to the Chris Sabat, Sean Schemmel 1-2, and they're 20 years in.
20 years,
and they
in the
packed a room.
Yeah.
Packed a room, bro.
Yeah.
Just freestyling about like making Yamcha jokes and all this other stuff. And I look at how those characters changed their lives forever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, and not to say that, Hawks is gonna be Hawks forever.
Yeah, of course.
And
Go is a great character.
Go forever.
Yeah.
But you want to talk about an anime that's gonna stand the test of time. And Zeno's already in the show, so he's gonna get to the show eventually.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get to this part eventually. Probably either next movie or next arc or whatever thing it is. But just imagine how these things, just one moment, can change someone's entire life.
I would love to call back the Kotsu thing, so I hope he gets it. But yeah.
I would love it as well for him. But this is Demon Slayer. How did you feel about just the first episode? Are we back?
Yeah, we're back. I'm all in. I'm really excited about the season going forward, the arc going forward. It's a hard ass name too, Entertainment District. So gotta fuck with that. One of my favorite pillars here. So yeah, I'm all in. It looks beautiful as we already knew it would. Still has the little witty, funny jokes every now and then. Still will make you cry. Still will make you emotional, and a lot of blood. They gave you literally everything, like comedy. Blood, guts, some flamboyancy, some color. Man, I'm here, man. I'm here. It's great. You're excited, right?
I'm excited. I'm tapped in. This is what I was waiting for. So I'm absolutely excited. All right. So with that said, we're ending the episode right here. Of course, you can subscribe to The Lookout at The Lookout RNC on Twitter. Follow myself at Meelz TV. Follow Jeff at The Old Newsboy if you want to discuss anything Lookout related or anime related. Or you can listen to our other podcasts, The A Show and RSPN on the RNC Radio feed. You can also follow RNC Radio at RNC Radio Live on Twitter and pretty much anywhere where you find our podcasts. Man, we'll be back next week.
We will.
Do I know what we're discussing? Not sure yet. I'm not sure if I want to do best and worst yet. I don't really want to end the year just yet, but maybe. But stay tuned, stay subscribed, stay blessed, and stay masked up at this point. It's The Lookout. We'll be back. Take care.